The top 10 things to know before immigrating to Canada. Immigrating to a new country is an exciting and life-changing decision. Canada, with its diverse culture, strong economy, and high standard of living, is a popular choice for individuals and families seeking new opportunities. If you're considering immigrating to Canada, here are the top 10 things you should know before making the move.
Welcome to Canada Smart Mind, the Canadian school that will help you to achieve your dreams. Now let's see.
Welcome to Canada Smart Mind, the premier Canadian school dedicated to helping you achieve your dreams. Whether you are looking to further your education, improve your skills, or advance your career, we are here to support you every step of the way.
1. Immigration programs. Canada offers various immigration programs to meet the needs of different individuals. Familiarize yourself with the options available, such as the Express Entry System, Provincial Nominee Programs (PNPs), and the Family Sponsorship Program. Understanding the eligibility requirements and application processes will help you choose the most suitable program for your situation. 2. Language proficiency. Canada is a bilingual country, with English and French as its official languages. Proficiency in either language is crucial for successful integration into Canadian society. Take language proficiency tests, such as IELTS or CELPUP, and work on improving your language skills before immigrating. 3. Educational credentials. If you plan to work in Canada, it's important to have your educational credentials assessed. The designated organizations in Canada evaluate foreign degrees and diplomas to determine their equivalence to Canadian standards. This assessment is essential for employment purposes and may be required for certain immigration programs. 4. Job market and skills. Research the Canadian job market and identify the in-demand occupations. Understanding the skills and qualifications that Canadian employers value will increase your chances of finding suitable employment upon arrival. Consider upgrading your skills or gaining additional certifications to align with Canadian requirements. 5. Cost of living. Before immigrating, thoroughly research the cost of living in Canada. Expenses such as housing, healthcare, education, transportation, and taxes can vary significantly depending on the province or city you choose. Ensure that you have a realistic budget in place to sustain your lifestyle in Canada. 6. Healthcare system. Canada has a publicly funded healthcare system known as Medicare. While it provides essential medical services to Canadian citizens and permanent residents, there may be a waiting period before you become eligible for coverage. Consider obtaining private health insurance during this waiting period to ensure you have access to necessary healthcare services. 7. Weather conditions. Canada is known for its diverse climate, ranging from mild to extreme. Before immigrating, research the weather conditions in the region you plan to settle in. Be prepared for cold winters, especially in northern parts of the country, and invest in appropriate clothing to stay comfortable throughout the year. 8. Cultural diversity. Canada embraces cultural diversity, and immigrants play a vital role in shaping its multicultural society. Familiarize yourself with Canadian values, customs, and traditions to facilitate a smooth integration process. Engage with local communities, participate in cultural events, and learn about Canadian history to appreciate the country's rich heritage. 9. Housing and accommodation. Finding suitable housing in Canada can be a challenging task, especially in urban areas with high demand. Research the rental and real estate markets, understand tenant rights and obligations, and explore different housing options that suit your preferences and budget. Consider temporary accommodation options upon arrival, such as hotels or short-term rentals, until you find a more permanent solution. 10. Legal rights and responsibilities. As an immigrant, it's essential to understand your legal rights and responsibilities in Canada. Familiarize yourself with the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, learn about immigration laws, and ensure compliance with your visa conditions. Stay informed about the resources available to newcomers, such as settlement agencies and community organizations, that can provide guidance and support. Remember, immigrating to Canada is a significant decision that requires careful planning and preparation. By being well informed about the immigration process, Canadian society, and the challenges you may face, you'll be better equipped to start a successful new chapter in your book.
Tell us in the comments below which topics you feel are better for you. And remember to hit the bell icon and subscribe yourself. Now, let's get back to the video.
Here's an exemplified version of the top 10 things to know before immigrating to Canada. The top 10 things to know before immigrating to Canada. 1. Immigration programs. Canada offers several immigration programs, including Express Entry, provincial nominee programs (PNPs), and family sponsorship. For example, if you have a high level of education and work experience, you may qualify for express entry. Research these programs to understand their requirements and choose the one that suits you best. 2. Language proficiency. Proficiency in English or French is vital for successful integration into Canadian society. Take language proficiency tests like IELTS or CELPUP to assess your language skills. If needed, enroll in language courses or practice regularly to improve your language abilities before arriving in Canada. 3. Educational credentials. Canadian employers value education, so it's important to have your credentials assessed by designated organizations in Canada. For instance, if you have a foreign degree, organizations like World Education Services (WES) can evaluate its equivalence to Canadian standards. This assessment will help you with job applications and certain immigration programs. 4. Job market and skills. Research the Canadian job market to identify in-demand occupations. Visit government websites or job portals to explore employment opportunities and understand the skills and qualifications employers seek. If necessary, consider upgrading your skills or obtaining additional certifications to align with Canadian requirements. 5. Cost of living. Canada's cost of living can vary significantly depending on the province or city you choose. Research housing, healthcare, education, transportation, and taxes to estimate your expenses accurately. Create a realistic budget to ensure you can afford your desired lifestyle in Canada. 6. Healthcare system. Canada has a publicly funded healthcare system called Medicare. However, there may be a waiting period before you become eligible for coverage as a newcomer. Consider obtaining private health insurance during this waiting period to ensure you have access to necessary healthcare services. 7. Weather conditions. Canada experiences diverse climates. Before immigrating, research the weather conditions of the region you plan to settle in. Prepare for cold winters, especially in northern parts of the country, by investing in warm clothing and appropriate gear for the changing seasons. 8. Cultural diversity. Canada embraces its multicultural society, and it's important to familiarize yourself with Canadian values, customs, and traditions. Engage with local communities, participate in cultural events, and learn about Canadian history to appreciate the country's diverse heritage. 9. Housing and accommodation. Finding suitable housing in Canada can be competitive, especially in urban areas. Research the rental and real estate markets, understand tenant rights and obligations, and explore different housing options that align with your preferences and budget. Consider temporary accommodation options upon arrival until you secure a permanent residence. 10. Legal rights and responsibilities. As an immigrant, understanding your legal rights and responsibilities is crucial. Familiarize yourself with the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, immigration laws, and the conditions of your visa. Stay informed about the resources available to newcomers, such as settlement agencies and community organizations, which can provide guidance and support throughout your settlement process. Remember, thorough preparation and research are key when immigrating to Canada. By considering these top 10 things, you'll be better equipped to navigate the immigration process, adapt to Canadian society, and build a successful life in your new home.
I thank all the support of Canada Smart Mind and thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you at the next one.